Throughout your life, you meet a variety of people from school, work, hobbies, or even mutuals. You become close with some versus others, and that's what I want to talk about today. What kind of people are you keeping in your life, and how are they positively or negatively affecting you on a daily basis? This goes for friends, family, and even spouses. You see, your circle becomes your standard. You can normalize laziness, you can normalize goal setting, you can normalize how you treat others, or even normalize how you dress and present yourself. If everyone around you avoids growth, you will too. If everyone trains, studies, builds, it becomes normal. This is something that's always going to happen because you have the closest people to you around all the time. So you're going to be a reflection of those that you are around, no matter if they are your family, your friends, or even your spouse. It's honestly insane to think about, but this is something that just happens naturally with your inner circle. Without even realizing, you become more disciplined, more in shape, better with money, you value yourself way more, and you have better standards. Versus the opposite, you eat horrible, choose the wrong partner, you keep bad habits from being around your family, your uncontrollable spending, or even drug use depending on your scenario. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your environment. So it's super important that you really look into who you have around in your life, especially when it comes to the top 5, maybe even 10 people, depending on how many people you know that are in your circle that you spend the most time with. These are the ones that you really want to dial down, really look into. Even if you don't think that your life is getting affected by these people, it might be worth just kind of noting and looking and analyzing to see, are these people really benefiting me, or are they almost taking advantage of me? Now, there was a time growing up where I didn't pick the best friends. These guys didn't really excel in school. Most of them never did any sort of school activity or sports. They didn't care to work on themselves, and they definitely didn't have a clear plan. What do you think happened to me? Even if I wasn't anything like them before I met them, they eventually spread what I want to call bum aura onto me. I really assumed I was fine, thinking it doesn't really matter how anyone else is, I'm my own person, but that was just me being hard-headed. I was young and dumb, and I luckily snapped out of it and eventually became distant with these old friends. But that's the thing. People come and go, and that's okay. Some people are meant for a season, not the whole journey. See, being 25, I've already gone through high school and college, but I've dealt with a good amount of friends that I've gone distant with. Of course, it hurts, but as time goes by, life needs to keep going, and the last thing you want to do is get put behind. You got to keep moving forward, and eventually you will see that this is more of a learning experience than a sad past moment. So what are some red flags or green flags that you could look for in terms of finding somebody that you want to keep close to you? In terms of red flags, I have a couple examples and I made a little bit of a list for it. Just something broad to kind of give you an idea of what to look for. If you find people that joke about your goals, they only call you when they need something, they keep you distracted all the time, they don't want to level you up past them, somebody that's super jealous is a big one. Everything is always gossip and complaining. These are a lot of bad red flags that you could see in people that you should probably keep away from. These people aren't going to elevate you. These people are going to slowly decline you. In terms of green flags, some examples are someone who's always at the gym, supports your goals, reaches out without needing anything, wants you to grow with them, isn't a show off even though you can tell they have something of some kind of value and they stay to themselves. And somebody that's like charismatic could be a good example. These are just broad examples of what you should look for when it comes to people that you want to become friends with, who you want to have as a spouse, or even when you're kind of dissecting your family and deciding, is this a good person to be around or is this somebody I should distance myself from? Because like it or not, you can feel trapped. You can have the same conversations, the same routines, you can have absolutely no growth and absolutely no accountability versus having an elevated circle where people give you honest feedback. When you have people around you that give you feedback and tell you what you need to hear versus what you want to hear, this is big. It's not about making somebody feel good. It's about telling them exactly what it is that they need to do to grow, even if it hurts their feelings. This could be its own video in itself, but I thought I'd throw that out there because it does correlate with this topic. You see, you also have people with shared ambitions, even if they're not having the same exact goals as you. You guys are all trying to grow together. Growth starts to feel normal, and you leave conversations energized because everybody just wants more all the time. Now, in a good friendship, you also have the contentment and gratitude factor as well. So just keep in mind there's always going to be some kind of balance and you're always going to need that. To end off with some advice for you, I definitely try to audit your circle and be honest about who you're becoming because of these people. Are you around people who constantly are building themselves and trying to grow? Are you around people who watch shows or TikToks way too often, maybe taking drugs, barely working if that, and have no real plan or direction? Your friends won't save you, but they can absolutely break you. Now, like I said earlier, not just friends, spouses, family, whoever you're always around. So choose wisely. That's going to be it for this video. I plan on doing more videos like this in the future, so feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment and tell me what you think about this discussion down below, and subscribe to the new channel. I do plan on doing not only just kind of these types of videos, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of storytelling when I feel as if there's something interesting to tell, and I'm going to also try to give advice and give expertise for anybody that's watching this that might be a little bit younger than me and wants that upper edge almost. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.